We're gonna make a slight adjustment to the schedule. We'll be introducing a young lady, very young, who is a hero and a Selma survivor, right? She survived Selma. Her name is Faya Rose. Please give it up for Faya Rose.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Faya, but that's fine. Rose by any other name is still a Rose. I have driven here all night to get here, and I would like for the young people from Selma who came with me to join me. Why did we drive all night to be with you today? One of the main reasons is because I believe that there is cultural violence in our schools. I want everybody to look behind you. Look behind you. What do you see? Tell me, what do you see? What do you call it? You call it the obelisk. Very few of our children know that that structure was built by black people in a place called Kemet. The Greeks renamed it Egypt. But black people, African people, built scores of that structure along with the pyramids. Black people were some of the first scientists and mathematicians and doctors. And yet most of our children in public schools do not know the genius of black people. All they know is thugs and dope. All they know is that 1 out of 4 of our boys will go to jail. When we begin to teach the truth, you will see a change in this school and a change in this world. My brothers and sisters, it is cultural violence to teach black children and white children that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. He did not free the slaves. He issued an emancipation that only freed black people in states that were not in rebellion against the Union. When will we teach the truth that George Washington was a pedophile? The father of the country had sex with a 14-year-old girl and gave birth. But as long as we teach them that people who oppressed them were their heroes, you will continue to see what happened yesterday. Because the history devalues us. We devalue us. And even activists do not lift up the history and fight for righteous education in schools. It was Justice Taney. I know what I'm saying is not popular, but I'm really tired. I'm not young, I'm 71 years old. And I've been sitting there all day just to say these few words after driving 14 hours with these children. But it pains me to my heart that we don't make it a part of our agenda to fight for black history, Native American history. How do you expect children to feel good about themselves when everything they hear is negative? That's just as important as the curriculum. Justice Taney said in this city 150 years ago that black people have no rights that white people are bound to respect. Those 2 young men that were killed yesterday and the day before is because they had no rights that this system is bound to respect. And so I know you're upset about what happened to those 4 officers. It was a terrible thing. But ask, how long must the people suffer from violence and from rape and from crime when no one will hear? Not even the American government stepped in when we were being lynched for years and years. So I say to you, as I go to my seat, when you fight for equal education as we did in Selma, Selma is known for the voting rights movement, but we had a movement against tracking that was awesome, because after the Brown decision, they resegregated the schools. They put all the black kids at the bottom and all the white kids at the top, and for a year, we protested that insanity, but no one heard. The schools are still segregated. Black and brown children and red children are still getting the worst of everything. And until we tackle white supremacy, which is the foundation of all the inequality that poor black and brown people, we don't like to say the words because it makes us feel uncomfortable, but what we're dealing with here is white supremacy that tells you a lie and tells you that's an obelisk and not a tekanoo. And until we get the truth to our children, that there were some among the first scientists and doctors and mathematicians. When we tell the truth, the children will learn the truth. And if we teach them, if we love them, we will teach them. I invite all of you to Selma to our Bridge Crossing Jubilee on March 3rd, where we will have 2 days of what I call righteous education. Many of you have been there. Carter G. Woodson said, "It is not the lynching of the neck, but the lynching of the mind that will cause suffering for generations to come." Let's stop the suffering. God bless you.